2023 Topps Allen and the Ginter, like Pinky and the Brain. Pinky and the Brain. Know what we're going to do tonight, Pinky? Or no, what did he say? Is it Pinky and the... Yeah, the Brain. You know what we're going to do tonight, Pinky? We're going to take over the world. That was a pretty good throw. Pretty good. Lay, lay, lay. The same thing we do every night. We're going to take over the world. Box topper number 1. I feel like that was that right before or after the Animaniacs, right? We are the Animaniacs. Do 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 do. Pinky and the Brain. It was after Ted, but you would know. Ted was practicing his bacon wrap skills as a child. You know, that sounds accurate, Frox. I was gonna say, when I asked the question in my head, I was thinking, was it part of Animaniacs? But I didn't want to say that out loud. I wasn't sure. I didn't want to embarrass myself. But yes, that is 1,000,000% right. Another big box topper. Ooh, the hot box is truly hot, hot, hot. What's up, Senior? How are you?
Good.
Your son,
Good.
yeah, your son's halfway across the world. How do you feel about that?
That last minute, like, I'm going, like, you're what?
Right? I was gonna say, wait, is that the farthest he's ever? That's got to be the farthest he's ever gone anywhere, right?
Oh God, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think other than that, it's been like Hawaii or Alaska.
I've never been to Alaska.
Beautiful. I want to go back.
Yeah, I would like to go. I wanted to take like a cruise there.
Yeah, that's what we did. We did a cruise there, and it was just gorgeous.
Yeah, I want to go.
We did it in June, where it was still a little bit chilly, a little bit snow, icebergs floating.
That's what I want to see. I don't mind if it's cold. That's part of the,
Yeah, it's part of the excursion.
Exactly.
You know, Alaska is 90 degrees.
Exactly. That would defeat the purpose. We live in Vegas as is, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I think June's the best time to go. Because July and August, they get kind of hot there. So
I definitely want to go at some point.
I want to go back maybe in a year or so.
Yeah, I'm pretty well traveled, but Alaska, I have never been there.
Yeah.
I love Hawaii. Yeah, we'll have a fun trip to California instead next week. A little closer.
I know. Well, I got a lot of stuff to get prepared.
Yeah.
Hey, we'll get it.
Absolutely. Everybody's busting their booty to get it done. Thank you, Senior. Jimmy, how we doing against Madsen over there? How many times you felt him yet? In the main event? You're actually going to laugh at my answer, Craig. I've been chip leader multiple times, even on like day 2 or day 3, but I've actually never cashed it because I don't really care about Hold'em anymore. I take the mixed game stuff so much more seriously. I'm like one of those guys that basically loses with aces every year, all on pre-flop in the main event these days. I've never cashed the main, but I've probably got like 20 or 25 final tables at the World Series, but never the main event. I'm not like I said, I'm not really a Hold'em guy anymore. I played Hold'em for a living for like 7 years. I've been a mixed game and PLO guy ever since. These guys have gotten too good in Hold'em. Yeah, I was chip leader entering day 3 one year, I want to say. The year that Duhamel won. The year that Jonathan Duhamel won was the year that I had a gazillion chips. But I've had some other good runs. Nice, we have an auto there. If it happened to me, if what happened to me happened to like a No Limit Hold'em pro, they would lose their mind. Because I've taken some of the most insane beats ever in the main event. I could tell you some crazy stories, Craig. 1 year, I built up 4 starting stacks by level 2 or 3. I want to say level 3. And I lost all in to a guy that somehow had me covered. We got it all in on a queen 10-9 rainbow flop. My hand was king jack, and he had aces. And it ran out king jack, and he beat me with Broadway. That was like one of the most ridiculous beats I've ever taken in the main event. Another year I got it in with kings to 3s, and I lost. Another year I got it in with 10s to 4s, and I lost. Another year I got it in with kings to aces and lost. And then I've lost multiple years with aces. I have a friend that runs really bad in World Series events as well, MGH. It's pretty funny. He like crushes poker everywhere he goes, and that's basically what he does for a living these days. He used to not do it, but now that's basically all he does. But whenever he goes near a WSOP event, he's just instantly dead in the water. He runs so bad in WSOP events, it's insane. Yeah, exactly. My friend kills the Aria win, all that stuff. But he just can't. And he even kills like the smaller stuff. Like he used to kill the satellites and stuff at the WSOP, but now it's like he just can't win in the regular events. Like even a regular 1500 no limit, he just can't win. He just runs bad. We got a baby. An N52 or whatever they're called. Yeah, I don't. I'm just like you. I don't really study, but I should. I should study the poker. It's different though with mixed games. Where at, Craig? East Coast or West Coast? Haha! That'd be amazing if it was, PD. That'd be so sick if that's what it was. I didn't know the N43s could have autos also. It's a rip card there. You know, those random tournaments are they're fun and easy. Like if I didn't have Blez and I couldn't play like high stakes mixed games and all I could play was the small tournament stuff here in Vegas, like I would do great. Like those tournaments are great. It's amazing. It's amazing what the schedules look like at all these places with regards to the tournaments. It's amazing. They have big tournaments going, like not even big, but just like reasonable tournaments going every single day in Vegas. It's impressive. I just don't understand where all these people come from. I know. I think I forgot the other night you were telling me about the highway, right, Craig? About how you used to live. Was it Henderson? Was that you? You used to live in Henderson? Or am I thinking of somebody else? I think you were talking about the highway, right? How it wasn't really fully built yet? Yep, you're 100% right, MGH. That's way too much. Where did you live in Vegas? I probably already asked you that. It was somebody last night, or I think was talking about the road. They said they lived in Henderson in the past. Yeah, the rake is high on the low buy and stuff. Henderson's really nice. It's kind of like old money, in my opinion. I live in Summerlin. I like Summerlin. I have a couple friends that live in Henderson. Ah, nice. Yeah, I love Summerlin. I love living in Vegas, to be honest. Really, Razor? Vegas is pretty awesome, man. My friend runs the poker tournaments over at the Orleans. Her name is Brittany. If you ever go to the Orleans and you see Brittany over there, you tell her Brown sent you. She'll take good care of you. A good friend of mine. Yeah, you got AC. Yep, exactly. I think she still deals at Aria, actually. I'm not sure if she got that job back or not, but I know that she's running the tournaments over at Orleans. She's cool. She's my friend's wife. I'm very, very close with her. She's awesome. Yep, patches for sure. The win is almost over. Yeah, the main event is like Like, all my friends just got to town for the main event. After that, it's over, right? I used to play at the Borgata a lot. When I was younger, I used to play at the Taj when I was very young, and then I used to play at the Borgata when I got a little older. After they built it. I remember when they built the Borgata. I'm just going to put these box stoppers over here because they're kind of in the way. Yeah, the wind gets kind of big. The 1500s are like, I feel like they're the sweet spot where it's not too pricey, but it's also, the skill level is just where you want it. What you're describing is what my friend plays. The one that I was just talking about that doesn't have any success during actual WSOP events, but crushes everything else. I feel like you and him are probably pretty similar players. Because you have similar results. I'm probably going to leave the flashbacks for Hawk tomorrow. So I believe this is going to be the last break of the night. Lay, lay, lay. Do 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 do. But I mean I'm willing to change my opinion. If flashbacks really does get killed by the time I'm done with this break, I'm down to do it. I'm not gonna. If it's full, I'm not gonna make you guys wait. But if it's not full, then I'll leave it for Hawk tomorrow. You know, I was on the phone earlier today, MGH, with a friend of mine on the East Coast. Yeah, with my friend, he deals the highest stakes games in the country. Okay, his name is Pete. He deals the absolute highest stakes games in the country. He deals the biggest private games in New York, and he deals the biggest private games in Vegas. He's literally one of the nicest people I've ever met on planet Earth. He's a super sweet guy. I do a lot of crypto business with him. We're like partners on coins and NFTs and stuff like that. He's like my crypto partner. He deals the highest stakes games in New York and Florida, and why am I telling you this? There's a reason I was telling you this. Why was I telling you about Pete? Wow. I'm going to put that down right there and cover it up because we have a 1 of 1. A glossy 1 of 1. We'll get to it. But I just saw a glossy 1 of 1. Let's go. Glossy 1 of 1 incoming, baby. It was on top of the pack. Glossy 1 of 1 in the house. Nah, there was a reason I was telling you about Pete. I forget. I lost my train of thought. Pete's the coolest guy ever. Oh! It's because we were on the phone earlier today, and we were talking about poker. And it's just so interesting speaking to someone. It's like Pete's not on my level as a player, but he sees such craziness at these games. If you really look at like the highest stakes games in the world, they really don't play that well. They play crazy aggressive. It's just a bunch of psychos. There was probably something that Pete told me earlier that I was going to reference, but I'm a stoner and I haven't smoked, so my train of thought is for the birds, like that guy in the remake of the Wall Street movie. with the birds. Don't play them, MGH. Don't play them. Yeah, I was going to say this. They're not legitimate. Don't play in private games. Do not play. Only play in a casino. Never play in private games. And this is coming from a guy that played in private games for 20 years. For my livelihood. Do not play in private games. Damn, I wish I could remember why I was telling you about Pete. Pete is the man, but there was a reason I was telling you about Pete. One more box to open. And then we get to show the greatness. Best of luck, everybody. Here we go. Last box to open. And then we show the good stuff. If you get an actual casino, things will be nuclear. The private games will slow down. Instead, they'll shift and move to the casinos. He's an Atlanta guy, I believe. PD. I think. Lay, lady, lay. Do do no. Do do no. Do do no. Spirit Fingers time. Here we go. It's a full case of the Allen and Ginter, and there is going to be a rip card in this box. Good luck, everybody. Allen and Ginter full case. PYT 34 begins right now. Best of luck to absolutely everybody. Wemby base. Yeah, I prefer to stay away from that gang stuff. We have a rip card of Mr. Spencer Strider. Reasonable weight on this card, too. Nothing too crazy, but to $199 for the redneck. 1210. That's his username. I'm not calling him a redneck. That is his actual username. That's going to be a rip card of Spencer Strider for the redneck. Oh, you guys aren't too far away from each other. You're pretty close. I think that's terrible, MGH, what you're talking about right now with the gangs in Atlanta. That's terrible. Foil of Strider, the rip card. It's a Strider kind of box, man. A lot of Strider here. Corbin base, Gunnar Very, and boom on the relic piece for the Phillies. Vladdy Jr. relic piece, Blue Jays. Foil for the Cubs, it's Maddox. Paint in the corners like we talked about earlier. Box number 2. Fight! No, don't give me upside downers. Don't give me upside downers. Please, no upside downers. Don't do that. Don't do that. Oh, no upside downers. Keep it right side up. Please. Please. Oops. Andre Ethier, sorry, buddy. Relic piece of Yoan Moncada for the White Sox. Going to the Wizard, I think. Nope, to Durango. I stand corrected. Fun in the sun, fun in the sun. Foil of Bryce Young. I would rather hit C.J. Stroud. I do kind of like the Panthers this week, though. They're terrible, but I kind of like them this week. They're gonna win one of these games, man. They're not gonna brick all season. Bryce Harper. They're not gonna finish with one win. Bryce Harper on the relic piece for the Phillies. The Saints, they're a mess, but it's really, to me, it's just like, I don't know. I guess the Saints are a mess. It's like, Carr is not good, you know? Falcons are not good either. And what's his name is very close to losing his job multiple times this season, I feel like. Mr. Smith, the son of FedEx. Oh, in action, it's Goldie. Goldie for the Cardinals in action. Last case that we did of this, we had a glitch case, and we got 4 inactions, but I don't think that's going to happen again this time. That's 1, though. We're on the board. Upside downers are killing me. There's Tony Gonzo for the Dodgers on the relic piece. Volpe base. Is that Jason Kendall for the Pirates? Is it the same? It is Jason Kendall. That's the one that had that terribly horrific accident at first base, right? I remember that. His ankle or something, or his foot. They never throw to Kyle Pitts. That's true. Why do they never throw to Pitts? Are they using Pitts as a blocker every play? Like, I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense why they don't throw to Pitts. It's true. R.I.P. Mr. Wakefield. There's Jimenez. I can't believe Wakefield passed away, right? Recently, I can't believe he passed away. You really think that, MGH? I don't know. He looks fine to me. You really think he's just hurt forever now? You think Pitts is not the same anymore? It's not like he's been in the league very long. Rafi on the foil. The filigree foil, excuse me. Rasmussen, relic piece. Gunner. Corbin. A little slow so far. We need to see some ink here. We haven't hit an auto yet, huh? We have 1 rip card and no autos yet. But they're coming. They're coming. Bijan is really good. He's hardly the problem. Bijan is great. I mean, Eckler is done. He can't run anymore. I agree, Frox. That's what I just said. Arthur Smith is a disaster. You know, when your father is the founder of FedEx and you're worth $6 billion, You're not exactly motivated the same way that a normal person would be. I'm not a fan of Arthur Smith. I think he's a disaster. Relic piece of a future Hall of Famer, Clayton Kershaw for Eric and the Dodgers. They were there at the very end. These minis. More upside downers. No more and then. And then. No more and then. Beef noodle soup. Gunner. This is not a glitch case like the last one. The last one we just kept seeing inactions and just all sorts of stuff. This is not that. This is not a glitch case. We had a broken case last time. This is a normal case. We've an auto coming up. About time. About damn time. There's Corbin. Rookie. Ooh. Cabrera for the Yankees. Going to the Meadowman. Oswaldo Inc. Rookie Inc. nonetheless. That's our first auto. We'll take it. We like rookie autos. Man, these upside downers are driving me nuts. Craig needs some mojo, huh? All right, let's hit for Craig. Pirates, Astros. Stretch. Let's get a hit for Craig here. Not on the filigree foil. Man, these upside downers drive me nuts. Michael Harris on the mini. Relic piece of Jim Thome for the Guardians back when they were the Indians. Going to Phobia on the bat piece. Don't cry for me, Argentina. Still want to meet the person that decided DL Hall needed to be card number 2 in this product. Like when they wrote the list of the, it's like he's card number 2. Number 2. It's like Willie Mays is number 1. It's like Julio is. It's like Willie Mays, Julio. It's just so weird that DL Hall, of all people, is card number 2. Poor DL Hall is right. I know. I hope he's a good player. I apologize to DL Hall. Card number 2. McCullers. McCullers relic piece behind a Wemby base. It's a very unique product, MGH. I know you. I'm sure you're familiar with it, but it's just it's so different than every other product. You either love or hate Ginter. There's very little in between. Ooh, Corbin. It's like A-Rod is card number 7. It's like, that makes sense. It's A-Rod. Rip card for the Phillies. It's Bryce Harper to 99. Bryce Harper to 99. I said, Phil? What's up, Mr. Johnson? How are you? No, you're good, man. Yes, if you buy Blesbucks, I can put them on your account. Of course, that's no problem. That's easy. That's easy, Mr. Johnson. No problem. And yes, I am coming to PSA. I will be there. It's going to be amazing. I can't believe that Jared was able to put this together. Backer really delivered. I hope it goes well so that we create a PSA division here at Blez. That's the idea. That's the goal. Yes, definitely. DM me your number, and I'll respond with mine, of course. Yep, perfect. Exactly. ABHH is my thing on Instagram. ABHH. You probably know that. ABHH. 4 letters. ABHH. There's Jimmy Rollins on the filigree foil. Josh Bell for the Guards. Relic piece. Mole poblano. Making me hungry. I'll accept right now, Mr. Johnson. Oh, we're going to do that. We're going to do that. We're going to do a PSA reveal, Merwin, for like the bigger stuff the following day after they turn in the grades. Yeah, that's the plan, I believe. I think that's a great idea. I can't wait to do the PSA grade reveal. Great minds think alike, Mr. Wizard. Relic piece of Vladdy Jr. Vladdy Jr. for Golfer Bass and the Blue Jays in the bat piece. CJ Stroud is in this, right? CJ Stroud and Bryce Young are both in this, I think. I would love to hit a CJ Stroud auto out of this. That'd be pretty cool. Oh, yeah, local. Bro, yeah. Backer couldn't make the announcement until he had the cases in hand. He didn't want anything happening. He wanted to make sure that the cases were physically in our possession before he made the announcement. Which is smart. My dad would respect that. My dad was a lawyer. He said never speak in absolutes. So he didn't tell anybody that we had that. He didn't want to tell you guys that we were doing the PSA thing until he knew that we physically had the cases in our possession and that nothing could stop us. I would imagine that there are some people that are a little jealous that we're doing it with the PSA because they've never done this before. This is like a first time ever unprecedented thing. And to be able to get cards graded for $40 when they normally might have an upcharge for being high-end cards or whatever, expensive cards, I think that's amazing. To be able to get it for 40 flat. Police escort, no. Nah, they're driving it all out. Two trucks worth of cases. 2 trucks worth of cases. There we go. There we go. Dawn Staley, player and coach on the mini. And I do have sleeves for that up here. Let me grab them. Let me grab one. Little tobacco holders that Derek got for us because he's the man. Staley unnumbered to 50. There's only 50 of these. When it's got that paw print up there, it's not actually a paw print, but that's what it looks like to me. Then it's unnumbered but numbered to 50. The player break is going to happen there, yeah. Oh, wow, this auto came out of nowhere. Ryan Howard, I didn't see that coming for Phil and the Phillies. Ryan Howard Inc., that's cool. It's our second auto of the case, and both of them have been baseball autos. Did not see that coming. Ryan Howard. From the top rope. Yeah, like you see like this Nick Castellanos says number 189. That's the card number. But if it doesn't have any number there, then it means there's only 50 of them in existence. They're unnumbered short print. There's the extended set short print minis, which are only out of rip cards. No way, MGH. Oh, I was gonna say, that's funny. You got jokes. You're like that Michael Jordan commercial, right? You know the Michael Jordan commercial I'm talking about? Wade Boggs for the Devil Rays. Not the Rays, the Devil Rays on the filigree foil. Do you know the Michael Jordan commercial I'm referring to? Where it's like some small white guy and like everybody is so disappointed when they see that the reservation is, it's like, oh, 2 for Michael Jordan. And it's like, they're like, oh, they get so excited and they realize it's not the real Michael Jordan. Oh yeah, no, if it doesn't have a number, there's only 50. Ian Nichols, Thomas Ian Nichols, a.k.a. American Pie, or Rookie of the Year. On the relic piece for Ian Nichols. Scotty Rowland there on the mini. Would you believe me if I told you that we're almost at the halfway point of this break? Yes, or Michael Bolton from Office Space. That's also a perfect analogy, or a perfect comparison. I forgot about that one. Oh, you must really love his music. Yeah, he's great. Yohan Moncada, relic piece. My favorite, by the way, is the guy that shows up at the door selling magazines that they accidentally spill the beans to, and then they have to bribe them. It's the same guy that's the actor from that commercial that 7-Up did many years ago. Make 7. Up yours. Make 7. Up yours. That's where that guy came from. That's where that actor came from. The Make 7 Up Yours commercials. Make 7 Up yours. I have to watch Napoleon Dynamite, yes. And Spinal Tap. They're both on the list. Jeff McNeil for the New York Mets on relic piece. Orlando Jones, yes. And Julio. It's like Julio's card number 3. It's like Willie Mays is card number 1. Julio's card number 3. Card number 2, D.L. Jones. Like, what? Like, there was somebody in a room that was like, okay, hold on a second. Let's decide who's going to be card number 1 and 2 and 3. Like, somebody has to make that decision. Somebody has to make that decision. Right? It's like, okay, card number 1, Willie Mays. Check. Card number 3, Julio Rodriguez. Check. Card number 2, D.L. Hall. Oh, yeah, he's perfect. Fit him right in between Willie Mays and Julio Rodriguez. Like a glove. I like those commercials too. Commercials, I feel like, I mean, commercials are they're great now. Like, these guys, the people that make them are so smart, but it's in a weird way. I like the older commercials. I feel like the old Super Bowl commercials were so much better, right? Weren't the old, even just all the old commercials? Bud. 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 Wise. Bud. What's up? Oh, that's what's up. There's our glossy 1 of 1. A glossy 1 of 1 of Adam Ray. That's going to go to Boston Ron. The non-sport, non-baseball spot strikes again. Adam Ray, comedian, actor, and hold on, lover. Were you in a porno, Adam? Why are you a lover? How are you a lover? You've guest starred on Curb Your Enthusiasm and Arrested Development. I love both those shows. How do I not recognize you? What episodes were you in? 30 million views on YouTube? Really? Who is this guy? Who are you? What is this? I don't know this guy. Is he funny? He's the voice of Slider in the reboot of Ghostbusters. No way. Bud. Bud. I never seen that one, but I heard it's decent. BGO on the relic piece. That's a pretty cool. I love hitting 1 of 1s, and I cannot lie. That's a fun hit. Congrats, Boston Ron. Any 1 of 1 is good in my book, dog. Jansen. Ooh. Jansen on the filigree foil, and then a mini Wemby. We like mini Wembies. He's not so mini in real life, but in that card he is. Fun in the sun, fun in the sun. Oh, wow. Numbered mini of Rizzo. 15/25 for the Yankees. Going to the Meadowman. Meadowman having a nice break. Let me get a couple small top loaders to take care of these cards here. Hold on. 1 and 2. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4. By the way, if you want to see one of the funniest things that you may or may not have ever seen, just go look up Jim Carrey's Saturday Night Live audition, where he does a post-nuclear Elvis. If you've seen it, you get it. If you haven't seen it, it's worth looking. It's worth watching. Post-nuclear Elvis. Well, what is fantasy and a book? I feel like those are two different things, though, Dave. Nice numbered Rizzo to 25. 15 out of 25 on the Riz. That's very cool. Very, very cool. Like huge into okay, that's what I was gonna say. Like I wasn't sure if you meant like fantasy books, like Ender's Game and stuff, or if we were talking fantasy basketball or something. That's cool. So that means Wemby. I would get along with Wemby. We would get along with Wemby. One of us. One of us. Yeah. I didn't know Wemby had 2020 tonight, but do we think Wemby's going to be the next best thing since sliced bread? Is he the future of basketball? Isn't Chet going to win Rookie of the Year at the moment? Everybody says Chet's going to win Rookie of the Year. I don't really follow basketball as much anymore. I used to, but now that I do only baseball here at Blaise, and I prefer football to basketball. I like basketball, but I love sports, period. But basketball is my number 4 out of the 4 major sports, you know. I still like it. I guess the Knicks just traumatized me from my childhood, right? Too many losses to Michael Jordan and Reggie Miller. We just lost every year to Jordan and or Miller. Dustin May on the relic piece. And if we didn't lose to Jordan or Miller, then Olajuwon took us down in the finals that one year. Pure torture. Max Payne. They crushed us. Ooh. Ooh. As the Esplez would say. Ooh. It's Harris, the second in action. The redneck with another hit. Man, the Braves and the Yankees are eating. They are eating. Well, I was more just saying, like, I just from what I hear around the office, I feel like they say that Chet is the one that's more likely to win Rookie of the Year at this point. I didn't say that Chet is like ready to be or whatever. I don't know any of that. I just hear people talk about Chet potentially winning Rookie of the Year this year. Is that true, Fox? Should we expect Chet to take it down over the great Wembalaya? Filigree foil of Jazzle Dazzle. I think it's too much of an injury risk. Ugh, I can't speak right now. I need to smoke. I agree with you. I think it's too much of an injury risk. He just strikes me as a guy that's just gonna get hurt. Like, I don't know. He just looks like a man who's gonna get hurt. I don't wish him. I don't wish injury upon him for sure. I'm just saying he strikes me as a guy that's like inevitable to just get hurt. You know? Just concerns me. Relic piece coming up of Jeff Bagwell. Bat piece for Houston. Houston, it is not a problem because Craig with a hits. About damn time, right, Craig? Relic piece of your boy, Jeffy B, and his legendary stance. You were due. On the board, Craig, on the board. Wemby base. On the board, baby. Yeah, but like Ben Simmons was talented, but yeah, you're right. Ben Simmons is kind of a head case, huh? Ben Simmons is that guy like in kindergarten on his report card back to his parents. It says does not play well with others. I think he's going to be amazing if he can just stay healthy and bulk up. If he stays healthy and he bulks up, I think he's going to be good. But I do agree with Merlin. It's not as obvious as it was with Kobe or Braun. That was like a super lock. We all knew that was going to be a lock. A Rosarina. And by the way, I know he's not playing, or I know because of the whole gun thing. But if you want to know another guy that I thought was a short thing, I was going to say Ja Morant. Now, I know that the rest of the world didn't agree with me. They weren't sure. But I really felt like Ja was a short thing. He struck me as a short thing. Ja Morant was special in college. He looked amazing. I mean, I'm not trying to compare him to LeBron or Kobe, don't get me wrong, but he looked like he had it, you know what I mean? Ja just looked like he had it, the it factor. It's all about that it factor to me. If you don't have the it factor, it doesn't even matter what sport. It doesn't even matter what sport. If you've got the it factor, like an example, we could tell at a very early time in his career that Patrick Mahomes had the it factor. You know what I mean? If a guy has the it factor, you just know. You just know. You just know. Yeah, Memphis, yeah. I mean, like, he was amazing in college. It's so sad, man, that these guys, it's like, I don't know. I'm not going to pass judgment. That would be wrong of me, but I just, I don't get it sometimes. It's like, do you not have somebody guiding you in your life? Do you not, like, I don't know the answer to this question, so I mean this in an insulting way, 0%. But, like, does Ja have a father? Did he grow up without a dad? Like, who's his role model? Why is he running around with guys that are encouraging him to flash pieces and stuff? I don't get it. I don't understand. He's such a talented ball player. I wish he had a better role model, I guess. I don't know who his role model is. I don't get it. I mean, that's a whole nother topic, Fox. Kyrie is a nutcase, but he's one of the most talented ball handlers I've ever seen in my life. Oh my goodness. So talented. If Kyrie, I said this last night, Fox, I don't think you were here when I said it. If Kyrie didn't insist on having his own team and going to Boston, and he just stayed in Cleveland with LeBron, oh my God, they would have won so many championships together. He could have been the Scottie Pippen to LeBron. Mookie Betts on a little relic piece here. Some threads. For the Dodgers, going to Eric. Gunner on the base. You agree with that sentiment? That if Kyrie stayed in Cleveland, him and LeBron would have killed it? They would have won some. I think they would have won a bunch. Yep, there you go. You agree, Fox. I'm telling you, man. Oh, that was the match right there. That was I can't believe that Kyrie was like he just needed his own team so badly. These guys' egos are just so freaking big. I don't get it. It's like just bite your damn tongue. Go stay with LeBron. Just win every freaking year. They at least 2 more. At least 2 more. I could argue more, Frog. I could if you told me. If we all close our eyes for a moment and you told me that LeBron and Kyrie won 5 championships together in Cleveland, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't like that. That's, you know. Yeah, but Marbury wasn't as good. Plummer, you're right, but Marbury wasn't as good. Side comment: I've smoked a blunt with Starbury. Stephon Marbury. I've smoked a blunt with him and his wife. Assuming that's still his wife. Him, his wife, and Fat Joe in Harlem. How about that? Actually, that's not true. It was in the Bronx. In the Bronx, not in Harlem. And then Stefan Marbury and his wife gave me a ride in their Range Rover down to the Kips Bay movie theater. I don't remember what I saw, but I did go meet somebody for a movie there. Otto. Lefko. Adam Lefko, the sportscaster. That'll also go to the non-baseball spot. I remember Jarrett Jack. He played for the Knicks. Poutine! We got some poutine in the house. I give away $10 for every poutine that we hit. We hit 3, I give away 100. That's 1. We're on the board. 1 more makes it 20. 2 more makes it a hundo. 10, 20, 100. Damn, a lot of people there, MGH. A lot of big names. Javier Assad on the filigree foil. Jimenez for the Guards on the bat piece. I'm telling you, I really think they would have won so many. I do believe it. Not going to say 5, but maybe 4. Definitely at least 3. It's true, the Warriors just owned souls. The Warriors just had that monopoly for a minute. Marbury's nephew was Sebastian Telfair. My roommate at NYU was the starting point guard for the NYU basketball team his freshman year, and he played against Telfair in high school. So Telfair was pretty good. Starbury was great too, man. Joey. These minis just keep falling out. Ooh, Corbin. Corbin mini. Ooh, there's another one that's fallen. Don't jump. It's Rafi Palmeiro. Gunner. How about Schultz on the ink? Kyle Schultz, professional wiffle ball player. Oh, has it been blurry for a long time? Sorry if it has been. I just looked up and noticed. Kyle Schultz, Inc. I don't know about that one always. I got to take a closer look. Schultz! I don't know. I don't think I've hit this guy's auto before. He must be hard to hit. Kyle Schultz. I haven't hit this guy's ink before. I like UAB. They're kind of like a sneaky good school on average every year in basketball. They try hard. Non-sport spot is doing great. I gotta check my list always. I don't think I'm familiar with that one. Ow. I'll check my list real quick for you. I took some pictures earlier. Now I got Tenzer, Margin, Camino, Drift, Zeta, Meteor, Birdie. No algo. But I'm interested. I like Avex. Oh, Algo. Sorry, I thought you were. I was thinking of something else. Yes. Sorry, I know Algo. My bad. Yes, Algo's okay. Sorry, man. I haven't, like I said, I haven't smoked. I think I'm. My head is like not right tonight. Ian Rappaport, relic piece. And Chris Taylor as well. Is Gavin Lux going to be good this year? Is he going to be healthy? Is he going to be good? Can he stay healthy? He was on the path to being a stud, I know. That's why I asked that, because I feel like the expectations are high for good reason. Yup. I told everybody when it got down there to buy it. We have 2 boxes left, one of which is the hot box, where it's all foil cards. We're going to do the next to last box first, of course. The last case we had was a total glitch case. This is a lot more normal. Still nothing wrong with this case, but last case was like broken in a good way. Otani mini there. Shoelace. What is this? What is this? What is this to 25? Is that a 25 auto? Clark. Look at that. Zion Clark. Wow, the camera is just not focusing. Zion Clark to 25 with the ink. Boston Ron. 7 out of 25 on the Zion Clark. Fighter and wrestler. That's pretty cool. It's been so long since I saw an auto to 25. Nice hit. Nice hit. I don't know. Fighter and wrestler. Zion Clark. It's over here. It's in the baseball area.
I was gonna say I gave all of my Star Wars from Instagram. I gave it all to what's his face today, Damon.
There's only one box over there.
It says the number on it.
I thought it hit my phone, but I thought it.
Dave, we never did the Star Wars. There's Baez in the filigree foil, so it's going back to Damon. Damon's gonna do whatever Star Wars again. I had my opportunity, but we never did it. We never got it going. I keep telling Backer to get me a few things and just put me on the. There's Longoria. I tell him to get a few specific things like Lorcana and then to put me on the Pop channel, but they just whenever I suggest that I do anything for this company other than break baseball, they just want me to break baseball. It's like it's kind of annoying. I wish they would let me spread my wings and help them in other ways.
Hi.
What's
When
up?
you're done with that break, can you do me one small favor?
Yeah.
Can you look at the video and tell me who this belongs to? Because I was very, very confused.
Who is it?
Transcendent. It's something about by the hit or something. I didn't have volume, so I was very lost.
It's just random. It's all in order. Like if you want
Like count the cards or something?
it was a random hit break. So we like opened all the cards, we wrote them in a list, and then we randomly.
Oh, if I fast forward to the end, it'll
Yeah.
say the player's name and the person's name?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't. Like I said, I didn't have volume, and
It won't be in order, but you'll see it on the screen. You might have
Like,
to wait for me to scroll down.
it'll
but
say Riley
listen.
Green and the person who owns the card is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't have volume, so I was like, it doesn't make any sense for me to do this.
No. You'll be able to see it.
2 pages on the top of the film and draft tablet.
Now, I know I should be. It's Randy Johnson on the filigree foil. I know I should be breaking it, but it's okay. I should be breaking a lot of things. I should be breaking all the Pop stuff, or at least a lot of it. Lefko now on the relic piece, not just his auto. If he got me Lorcana like I asked him 3,000 times, then we would be over there ripping it, you know? Yeah, sounds like you're right, Mr. Frox. These minis, man. Many. All the 30 for 30s are so good, Plumberman. Oh, he was the legless fighter, really? Oh my god. That's cool. There's a 30 for 30 on that guy Clark. I'll have to watch that. It's probably really good. If they're making a freaking 30 for 30 on you, your story is riveting. That's all I know.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, Georgia basketball is not the same anymore. At least you got that foosball, though. Football team is pretty good. Time for a hot box, and then we get the box toppers, which I forgot about. Sorry. Box toppers after the hot box. This is the hot box. This is, bless you. This is Jeopardy. I'm like super out of it tonight. My head is all fuzzy. I think it's because I'm not stoned. And I'm serious, by the way. Libor Tor relic piece for the cards. I miss Dontrell Willis. What a fun player to watch he was. Oh, you Georgia Tech. I'm sorry. Sorry. Sorry, don't hate me. You're right. I apologize. You remember that when it comes to college sports, you're talking to a guy that went to NYU. I wrestled for NYU. We were the NYU Purple Violets. Not terribly intimidating. The NYU Purple Violets. So I apologize for not for mixing up those two teams at Georgia Tech and Georgia. My bad. My B, yo. Nope. I love that meme, by the way, where he walks in and he walks right out. Takes the hat off, puts it on the rack, turns around, puts the hat back on. I love that. I love that. It's a great meme. Oh, we have an auto. We have an auto. In the foil box. Come on. Be good. Oh, it's Pete Alonso. Wow. Alonso for the Mets. Going to Swift. Let's go. Petey on the ink. It's a mini behind him of Luis Ortiz. Alonso on the ink. The polar bear, man. Let's go. Nice Alonso. I don't think I've ever hit his auto out of this before. That's sweet. Do they still run that three-headed Wildcat offense? I don't know. Probably. I feel like that's like part of their history. Just like it's just part. That's just who they are. Sometimes that thing can be pretty effective. I think. Aha. We have another short print mini. I think. Zach Neto on the filigree foil. Here it is. It is Mr. Justin Turner. Justin Turner for the Red Sox. Numbered but unnumbered to 50. If you know, you know. For 808, Aloha. Aloha with a good hit at the end here in the foil box. In the hot box. Justin Turner. Unnumbered to 50. We did really good with the minis in this case. Really good with the minis. Yep, I'm with you, Chris. I've known Damon a long time, and he's a good man. He's a good person. I've known him for basically as long as I've known Backer. There's Sheffield, my PC from when I was younger for the Brew Crew on the relic piece. Damon is a good guy, but sometimes he rubs people the wrong way with just the way that he handles things. But he means well. He's a good guy. I like Damon a lot. Obviously, there's a way to behave sometimes, and I'm not just gonna blindly defend Damon, to the end. But he means well, and sometimes the execution is not as well as the intentions. But that's what they say: is the road to hell is paved with good intentions, right? But Damon, he's a good guy. He means well. Football is pricey, man. It's a tough crowd in there sometimes. And it's expensive. Football and basketball, I feel like baseball, you get more value in here. It's tough, but I'm not just saying that, but box topper time. Can I find a damn auto is the question. There's Trout, box topper. I've never hit a box topper auto in my life, and I really want to. Can we hit a box topper auto here, please? There's Wander, somebody we used to know. I swear, if we do hit a box topper auto and it's Wander, I'm going to be so sad. Box topper of Verley for the Mets, Verlander. I would love it, Dave. I would love to hit you a big hurt auto right now. There's Bryce Harper for the Filskies on the box topper love. Kershaw. Julio. And I was like, Emilio. None other than the mighty Duckman himself. Can you believe that Cat has never seen Night at the Roxbury? I put it on his list. I've been giving him a list of movies he has to watch. There's Kershaw, future Hall of Famer for the Dodgers, on the box topper. Can't believe he's never seen Night at the Roxbury. There's a lot of movies I can't believe he's never seen. Harper again for the Filskis. Three more and a small. Harper again, back to back. Trace Harper's. That's true, Dave. Verley again, getting Dupe City over here with these box toppers. I've never seen Napoleon Dynamite, but yeah, okay, that's fair. I can take it. I mean, my range of movie seeing far exceeds Cat, but I can accept that as a response, Wizard. I deserve it. DeGoat, a.k.a. DeGrom, on the box topper. And now for the mini box topper, the N42 or 43, whichever number it is. I forget which one. It is Mr. Bob Gibson, N43. Bob Gibson on the N43. I still am autoless in Ginter. What the hell, Ginter? How come they show me no love with this ink, man? I've yet to hit a box topper auto. The odds are crazy. Because I've been very fortunate and I've been lucky in hitting big cards in other products, maybe by defying the odds at times. But Ginter, man, Ginter ink has just, not Ginter ink, but Ginter box topper autos. I can't hit one. Neither can I. Can't get this plastic off my. Here we go. There we go. Pinky and the Brain, Alan and the Ginter. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Okie dokie karaoke. Let's do a recap. Oh, I totally am with you on that, Chris. I'm just, he's a friend, so I'm trying to defend a little bit. He's a good guy. We have more Ginter here in the building, but I think that they don't want us adding anything besides Bowman Draft and Bowman Sapphire and maybe Inception, just until the Bowman Draft hype goes, gets through. I'll add one though. Honestly, I'll add one more. Before I do this recap, I'm gonna add one more Ginter. I'm gonna break the rules. They told me not to add anything else. I'm doing it. I'm adding one more Ginter. Because honestly, we should do it before we go away for the weekend or after the weekend for Bowman Draft. So take your teams in Ginter. I just put it in the store. I put 35 in the store. Take your Ginter. Take 35. Let's do it tomorrow night, guys, because I'm here tomorrow night. After that, if I'm not here, I can't promise that it's going to go. Not everybody's as willing to do Ginter as I am. This is the recap. But I did put the next one in the store. And we should do it tomorrow night. So take your teams. Take your teams. Your Ginter teams. Filigree foils. The non-baseball spot is hands down the best spot, Frox. Always. It's also the most expensive spot, but that's definitely the best spot. Always, always, always. Relic pieces. Because that's a spot you could hit like a C.J. Stroud or a Wemby auto, or you could hit the autos of the people that there's bounties on, we had some other cool hits. A few cards are going to beat the sort here. We have a couple inactions. Harris and Goldie. I like that Harris a lot. We had some minis and some pretty good ones, too. Turner, unnumbered to 50 on the short print. Corbin, base mini. Wemby, base mini. Rizzo, hand numbered to 25 on the mini. And then Staley as well on the unnumbered to 50. Unnumbered to 50 on the Staley. Let's take a look at the rest of the recap. We had some ink. We had Alonso for the Mets. Clark, the fighter, apparently there's a 30 for 30 on him. To 25, numbered ink for Boston Ron. Schultz, the wiffle ball player. I haven't hit his auto before. I feel like that's probably desirable. Lefko as well for you. And then Ryan Howard for the Phillies and Cabrera for the Yankees. So we did have 6 autos, which is pretty good. And these 3 will beat the sort. Ray, 1 of 1 on the Adam Ray glossy for you, Mr. Ron. And then we had 2 rips. Harper to 99 for the Phillies and Spencer Strider to 199 for the Braves. And that is a full case of the Allen and the Ginter. Allen and the Gint, Pinky and the Brain. Full case, PYT number 34. I thank you all for joining me on our journey through that case. It was a solid one. We had a 1 of 1. Good autos. Thank you for joining. Excellent break. Thank you.